mushy at the back too, guys. Watch that big cat.
That just goes to show how hard it is to excavate.
Oh yeah.
Like it looked like the grass was much higher, and it looked like it was much flatter over there.
The way that sky's looking, it's a nice lift over there. Ah, bye-bye. I'll just try the old book here.
Down to the right, you'll see it. Hard enough to close it.
Hey, Audrey?
That's my truck. Want me to load them or you load them? Mine. No. Come here.
I just asked her not to post my fucking dog on camera. That's what.
That did it, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that dog did do it, and he's going to get put down for that.
That's sad.
He deserves what he gets
That
for
dog?
doing what he did.
Was that like a... It was this house, right? That's what
Yeah.
Scott was saying. What about your dog's on the left, right? Or you have both dogs?
She's mine.
He carried her out. She totally seems sweet.
She
She
might
is
lick you to
good.
death. That's about it.
They
I
just have
swear.
to take her and just because they have to, right? Just to
they
check,
have to do what they have
get
to
their
do.
story straight.
And they said it was a white dog, and so I'm going to let him do it because I know she didn't do it. I know she did it.
Is the other one white, the one that did it?
That one, I think, honestly, my personal opinion, I do think she had a part in it because she...
This one on the
yeah,
right?
that one.
Yeah.
I do think she did have a part in it, but I'm not positive I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Who saw it? Did anybody see it?
Yeah,
Well,
the
you
daddy
wasn't
saw it.
Daddy was on.
The
He
daddy...
was the only one that saw it?
Well, they're saying that this gentleman here and the lady that lives in this house saw it.
But I don't... She didn't do it because she was the same way I left her, but they said that somebody could have put her back on the chain.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. She's the one that did it, but when I got here, she was on the chain.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And I know she didn't do it. It's just bullshit.
How old is the, I mean, you know, the 8-year-old?
They said he was 12.
I have no
12.
idea how old he was. It'd be okay, Mama. Daddy.
What's your dog's name?
Pearls.
Pearls? Because she's white?
She has little chocolate spots all over her.
What's this one over here?
That's Dee Dee. She has killed other dogs before.
Dee Dee has?
Yeah, she's ripped them in half.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
gosh.
Like, literally decapitated them. That's why I think she probably did do it.
Whose dog is Dee Dee?
I don't know. She's just...
Neighborhood dog?
Yeah.
Kira, come here.
So stupid.
Please,
Be okay. I'm not gonna record it. Am I stupid?
We're not recording you. You have the light on.
Hey, but y'all are news people. Y'all do that stuff.
Yeah.
The camera's got to be turned on to do that, though.
Well, give me a lighter. Oh, that's my lighter.
Yeah, I was going to come out here today. I should have, but I was
See?
out paying bills.
It's the only thing that this dog might do to anybody is lick them to death. She licks a lot. It'd be okay, Mama. Don't be...
She all with one of the new high-class news stations like Channel 13 or something.
Did y'all,
13 here, 11 there.
did y'all videotape the...
He's been out here a lot longer.
Yeah, I was out here before they got the little boy loaded up.
Really bad
You
traffic.
videotaped it and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
How
When it's
bad
gonna be on
was
the
he?
news?
10 o'clock.
Tonight?
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty rough, yeah.
It's going to be on the news tonight?
Yep.
At 10?
10.
Channel 11?
And 13. Yeah, I'm 13. Whoa.
Did y'all did videotape him putting her
Yep.
in the thing?
Yeah,
huh?
he's just mild as just down. Yeah, this one just kind of looking at us.
She'll piss herself.
Light blue?
Huh? Yeah.
Did you blue my video?
I hope not.
I didn't find
Yeah, Dee Dee, is that your dog? All right. Let me clarify. Has the dog been under property, fed, shelter, or harbored for more than 7 days? All right, and it is legally your animal.
It's okay,
Yeah, I hope they found them because we've reported these dogs, all the neighbors.
She called the dog people here only, 3-4 days ago. And they come out here, but she, it was a woman. Said the 2 dogs up there on the hill was tied up. She says, I can't do nothing. Okay.
So see, and we've talked to homeowners here, and they say there's nothing they can do. But
Do
there's
the dogs just run free?
yeah.
Most of the time, they
Yeah.
keep them tied up.
There's
some.
loose,
They're
a
on the
lot
hill
of
there.
loose dogs out here, and nobody feels safe to walk. And the reason I called 3 days ago is because a lady was walking her little baby in a stroller here, and I was right on the side here doing my flowers. And I looked up, and she had her dog on a leash, and these 2 dogs up here right at this house start charging at her, these 2 pit bulls. And my heart, I thought, because that baby was named baby. Well, the lady just backed off, turned, and went back to her house. And that's when I went inside and called. Because I said, this is ridiculous.
Were they off the chain?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this house and this lady up the street, those are the 2 pit bulls. And they just don't keep them like
Does
they
he
should.
train these dogs across the street, do you know? Or
Well,
he's got a lot of rabbit, he's got a lot of rabbit cages back there. I'm curious.
Yeah. I think they were raised them to fight them. That's my personal opinion. I don't have proof of that. But the lady on the other side of them had 2 little dogs, and one of the pit bulls killed both those dogs. And the
And
boy
now they
was
mauled the boy. Well, he was just riding his bike. We were
yeah,
told.
he was on his bicycle, just riding his bike. And they charged at him, bit him, I think, twice in one leg and on the arm. And he was bleeding pretty bad from the leg when we were out there.
What did the father? Was he just screaming?
Oh, he was beside himself. He said, "Who has a gun? Who has a gun? I'm going to kill these dogs right now." You
Well, there
know.
wasn't no dogs out there.
No,
I
I mean,
seen-
they-
I
the
never
2
seen
that were
them
loose
dogs
ran
at
off.
all. I was watching out the window, but
And
I
there
don't-
was
I don't
one
know which
pinned
dog
up.
it was.
But
There's an old brown one here on my back porch 2 or 3 days ago.
I know this is an imposition, but what you just said about him and the guns, do you mind if I interview you about that?
you mean on tape?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the only thing, I don't look very nice.
Oh, we're looking
Right here up anyhow. It doesn't.
I
You just know
guess.
it? Okay, thank you. That would be
You light
great.
it up.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah, you light it up. Don't let him do it.
I'll do that.
Are you going to come in or do it out there?
We're going to do it right here.
Yeah, we can do it right here at
We're
the
not
door.
going to bother
Yeah.
you.
Oh, me.
You're probably cooking for Thanksgiving.
Well, off and on, yeah. Okay.
Are you spending it here?
No, we're going to my husband's daughter's house.
Oh, okay. You ready? Okay, you can tell me your name.
Cynthia Barcus.
How do you spell that, Cynthia?
It's Barcus.
And spell Cynthia for me.
Cynthia.
And tell me where I am. What is the name of this area?
This area is Royal Forest subdivision,
And-
and I live on Lakeshore, Royal Forest Drive.
Okay, in Montgomery County?
Yes.
Just outside of Willis? Would that be the
Yes,
closest
it's
town?
we're about 5 minutes from Willis.
Okay. So you didn't see anything, but you heard the boy screaming and some commotion over the sound of the television.
Yes, he was screaming loudly, and I ran to the kitchen window, and he was. I saw a man running, which happened to be his father, and he was on the ground.
And then when you
bleeding.
got out there, what did you see? To your horror.
The man was beside himself. He had just chased 2 pit bulls off the little boy. They evidently had pulled him off his bike and bit him in the leg, and I believe one arm.
Wow.
And the little boy was crying really loud. The father had 911 on the phone. We were waiting for them to come.
Wow. And what? I guess the father was beside himself.
Oh, he was. He was beside himself. He was asking if anyone had a gun. He was going to shoot the dogs, but no one had one.
Right.
And so he calmed down a little bit just to keep his son calm.
And the dogs apparently ran away.
Yes. I don't know if they ever caught him or not. They're loose out here somewhere.
And that's been a concern for yourself as a homeowner here and as a neighbor and resident.
Oh, definitely. We've called, the people out here have called a number of times to animal control, and they do come out, but if the people happen to have them pinned up or tied up, there's nothing they can do at that certain point.
But you fear that something like this would happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm so sorry. I hope the little boy is going to be all right. And I hope that they'll take this initiative to do something before something like this happens again.
Cynthia, tell us a little bit about the deal the other day with the baby, with the mother pushing the baby.
Yeah, a few days ago, I was out in my yard doing some yard work, and a mother came by with a little baby in a baby carriage, and she had a dog with her, but it was on a leash. And the 2 pit bulls were loose and charged at her. And that upset me so bad. The mother turned around and went back home that I went on inside and called animal control and told them what happened. And they came out the next day but couldn't find, one of the pit bulls was tied up and they couldn't find the other ones.
Wow.
So,
Did you know the father and the son next door?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
They
Because
lived
they were saying
around
he was
the
like
road.
8 or 12.
I think he was 9 years old, the little boy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Gotcha. Thank you, Ms.
Thank